If you drive, ride, or walk Portland roads, you might be putting yourself at risk. That's the message from the head of Portland's Bureau of Transportation tonight. She's calling traffic on Portland roads a growing public health crisis. We're digging deeper into those claims and what the city plans to do about it. It's 5 o'clock. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Gianola.
And I'm Kelly Day. Thanks for being with us tonight. The Transportation Director, Leah Treat, made those comments during her first major policy speech just this afternoon. Another story we want to go to now. Just this afternoon, our cameras were rolling when a car hit a bicyclist. It happened near the intersection of 4th and Madison, downtown Portland. That bicycle appeared to be okay, the cyclist there, but we are waiting to find out if the driver will be cited in this case. Police Chief Mike Reese was near the scene and he saw firsthand how dangerous it is to walk or bike on Portland roads. Now, Chris Woodard spent the day digging deeper into this very alarming problem and the comments again from the head of the Portland Bureau of Transportation. Chris?
And we're here at North Interstate in Tillamook, the site of the last fatal crash in Portland. Fatal crashes, the bike accident you just saw, just some of the evidence the transportation director uses to back up that statement. And let me be clear, this was not some kind of off-the-cuff comment. I went to her after her speech to ask about it, and she did not back down.
We have I'd call it a public health crisis in Portland.
Let those words sink in. A public health crisis. And she's not talking about any kind of drugs or disease. She's talking about traffic.
It's because of fatalities and injuries, and it's a public health crisis because the numbers increased last year.
How big of a priority is safety for you?
It's our top priority, number one.
How do we do something about it?
We need additional funding.
They are strong words from new Transportation Director Leah Treat. And with the Bureau asking for $1 million of excess general funds in the next budget, I looked into it to see how bad things are. Is this a crisis? Over the last 10 years, traffic deaths are down overall in Portland. But in 2013, the number of deaths increased once again. Over the last 5 years, 156 people have died in traffic crashes in Portland. Of those, a third, 59, were pedestrians.
Really makes me disgusted.
I'm just boiling with anger when I hear about this.
Witnesses and families have had enough.
Why do people do that?
But I also looked into how Portland compares to other cities its size. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration doesn't track deaths by city. So I took cities of similar population and looked at deaths in their county. Multnomah County ranks well, coming in last of this group at only 44 deaths in 2012. And according to an annual Allstate insurance report, Portland ranks 154th out of 200 large cities in likelihood of drivers being in an accident. Treat says they need more money to be better.
The number of people dying and getting injured on our roadways is a public health crisis.
I also reached out to Public Health today for their take on the comment and the situation, but Multnomah County Public Health deferred to the State Department of Public Health. They deferred back to the State Department of Transportation. Live in North Portland, I'm Chris Woodard for KOIN 6 News.
Chris.